Say, guys, y'all notice how expensive restaurants done got, bro? I used to work in restaurants, and this one particular restaurant that come to mind, I used to work there, and I remember they had this dish called the Asian almond shrimp. You could get 12 large shrimp, and that thing was like $15. Now you go there, they don't even offer the 12 piece no more. I think you can get a 6, a 3, and a 9, and I think the 3 costs like $9, which is crazy to me, dog. Restaurants then got to the point where, like, bro, it's really, really like you really making a real investment decision. Like, should I go here or should I go invest in the stock market or something? Bro, I'm telling you, it's the same amount to feed your whole family at a restaurant, dog. You not dropping anything less than like $200. If you go into like anything outside of Applebee's, Chili's and shit. But anyway, like it before you like it. Hit the sub before you hit the bud. Join the team before you hit the green. And don't forget to hype me up. Say, bro, I don't know her name, so I'm gonna just call her Samantha. But dog, Samantha was pissed off, man. But something else about Samantha, I can't help but notice, bro. She looked like she could bake her ass off, man. I know a baking white woman when I see one. I worked with a lot of white ladies, and the ones that look like her, boy, they know how to make some biscuits, dog. You know, cheesecakes. They just know their way around a bakery. She might be an expert bagel maker or some shit. Shout out to Samantha, bro.
Can we afford to go out and eat at this rate? I went to Joey's last weekend and I had dinner with my friend. I haven't seen her in a while and I don't go out to dinner that often. I ordered this tuna burger, which sounded divine. I was so excited to try it. I substituted a garden salad instead of fries because I wanted something a little bit lighter. Got the burger. It's a big burger. It was delicious. The salad was honestly so mid. I could have done without the salad, but I got my bill and I could not believe how much I had.
Hey, for the older people that's watching me, when she said the salad was mid, that's the new way that the young people are saying it was average at best.
Dropped for a burger and a salad. I spent $41 with tip on my burger with a salad.
Oh my God.
And I did not order a drink. I told my roommate and she's like, did you order a drink? I said no. I got a tuna burger and a salad, and it's because the tuna burger was $29 and then to substitute a garden salad was $4 extra.
Now look, I'm not gonna hold y'all, dog. At first I'm thinking she was talking about like a regular burger, like a Five Guys burger or something, but like right now, tuna, and it probably was like a well, I don't know if it was high quality or not, but assuming it was, that shit not cheap, bro. You know, like yellowfin, bluefin. I think bluefin tuna is like the more expensive one, dog. It could have been a bluefin tuna burger. We don't know. I don't know if she's gonna tell us that or not. But that sounds about right. And I wouldn't order that. I don't eat that.
And then I tipped her 20%, I think, because she was so nice and I really liked her and she was very genuine and down to earth. Ooh. I think you should tip your servers. But at this rate, I'm not going to be able to afford to tip or be able to afford to go out to eat if I'm spending $40 for a simple burger and a salad. Burger, like, that's actually insane. And it's not even a fine dining restaurant.
I just want to know when as a society we got to this point. Me and my husband went to Chili's last night. Chili's for dinner, right? He got a burger, I got the triple dipper, and we got 2 beers and chips and queso. Tell me why I spent $70 or $80.
How many drinks you had? I'm not buying it.
For a burger, the triple dipper, 2 beers, and chips and queso.
Okay, he had 2 beers. What you drunk?
Well, you can't even like go to dinner anymore at Chili's and not have the mentality of that you're gonna drop around $100. Freaking blows my mind. Anyways, maybe I'm the only person who, I don't know, cares about it, but that blew my mind. It was insane. I looked at him and I was like, we're at Chili's. Like, I don't care to spend money on a dinner. I like going to dinner for the atmosphere, for the experience. I like going out to eat. I love going out to eat. But like, Chili's for a burger and an appetizer and 2 beers and some chips. And
I'm looking at the price of the triple dipper right now. That's $16.99 right there. You dig? Plus shipping and handling and taxes. That's $16.99. So that's her meal right there. So let's say that's 20. And then her husband had whatever he had. Let's just say that's 25. So now we're looking at 45. 2 beers. I'm not seeing where the 70, 80 coming from, dog. Even if you factor in the tip, bro, I think some of these people getting on the internet just to complain, dog. I'm not sure. But I'm literally looking at the price of the triple dipper right here, dog. It's $16.99. I don't know, bro. Some people be taking shit too far. I'm not saying that she ain't, within her rights, but it's just my bullshit meter is going off.
Anyways, that's all.
Show me the receipt.
Restaurants changed after COVID.
That's
in
a
a way
fact.
that customers can't even see. You know, before COVID, if somebody quit, you could replace them. Now, good luck. You know, a lot of career restaurant people left the industry completely. Chefs, servers, managers, line cooks. Some retired, some changed careers, some just got tired of getting beat up every day. And the people who stayed, most of them are doing the work of 3 people now.
Facts.
You know, that's why restaurants close earlier. That's why service feels different sometimes. That's why you see owners working the floor, cooking food, bussing tables, running cash registers.
I've seen all that.
You know, we're all trying to hold it together. COVID didn't just hurt restaurants financially. It changed the workplace permanently. And I honestly don't think the industry's ever going to go back to the way it was before.
So recently I made a video
My
about
thing is this though, like a lot of places, I feel like because of COVID, they realized that extra hour that they were staying open was kind of it wasn't really that worth it. Because if it was, because you know they greedy, you know they like to make their money and stuff. So most restaurants, especially the ones that I worked at, if they used to close at 11 on a weekend, they done started closing at 10. And if it's 10 during a weekday, they're closing at 9, which lets me know y'all just kept me there for no damn reason. Because I swear to God, that 10 to 11 window, you ain't got nothing but a couple of stragglers coming in at that time. You could have been closed this bitch. I think COVID was the catalyst for them to see what was really going on with their greedy ass. But everything else he said, as far as the workers and people doing the jobs of 2 and 3 people, burnout, walking away, I didn't seen it. I didn't witnessed it.
how insane it is that appetizer prices have gone through the roof and they basically cost you the same as a meal. Because it's insane. Like literally you're paying $16, $17, $18, even like $12, $13, $14 is a lot for an appetizer compared to what it used to be. And most of the people agree with me in the comments. Those people are like, it's insane. Sometimes I don't get appetizers. Sometimes I'll just get the appetizer as the meal because I'm basically paying the same price, or we only get water. Like a lot of people were agreeing with me. There was a couple people here and there who were like, prices haven't really changed, or they've always been this way. They've always been so expensive. So I did some digging. Let me show you what I found. What I'm about to show you is a Outback Steakhouse menu that I found on eBay from 2010. Now, before I show you this, I get it. Inflation's normal. I get that normal inflation prices go up. I get that. But it's been a little insane for appetizers. So it's a little hard to see, but if you look over here, we got the appetizers to share. You can see the grilled shrimp on the Barbie, $7.95. A bloomin' onion, $5.95 for a bloomin' onion. $5.95. Then you also can see the quesadillas, $4.95 for a small one, $7.95
That's wild.
for a regular one. And here's the big one. The Kookaburra wings, $7.95 for some wings. You're not finding that anywhere today. Not to mention the same price for the Gold Coast coconut shrimp. So keep that in mind. Now here are some prices of the current day Outback Steakhouse. Down Under Trio, $12.99. The fried mozzarella boomerangs actually do look pretty good. It looks like you get a decent amount for $10. But the bloomin' onion, $10.99 for the bloomin' onion now. Look at the bloomin' fried shrimp, $14.99 for some shrimp now. You're paying $11 for a bloomin' onion and $14.99 for some fried shrimp. Grilled shrimp on the Barbie, $14.99. The Kookaburra wings, remember those $8 Kookaburra wings?
$7.99.
$15.49
Lord
now.
have mercy.
Are you kidding me? Is that not enough for you? Let's look at Chili's.
Hey, bro, side note, which one of these devils decided to cut a chicken wing in half and charge a motherfucker for $2? Who did that, bro? You need your ass whipped expeditiously. I'm talking about yesterday, bro. Stat.
This is an old menu I found on Reddit. I believe he said it's from 2014. Look, the Triple Dipper. The Triple Dipper right here. $11.49.
All right, I'm not going to hold y'all. Okay, cool. He said that's from 2011. I just showed y'all the price of the Triple Dipper today. It's $16.99, bro. That's not that bad to say over the course of the last 15 years. It only went up $4. Did he say $12.99 to $16? That's $4. I'm not that mad at that. I don't really eat Chili's like that. I can't even remember the last time I went, but that's not as crazy as the Kookaburra wings from Outback doubling in price in a shorter amount of time. That's not the same.
Southwest egg rolls, $8.49. Boneless wings, $8.99. Still a great price for wings. Normal wings, again, $8.99. Potato skins, which I don't have anymore. R.I.P. potato skins. I love potato skins. $7.49 or $29, excuse me. And then look at the dips. Look, tostada chips, $3.49 with some chips and salsa.
Crazy
Very
work.
reasonable. I'll pay $3.49 for chips and salsa.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
makes sense. Even the queso and the guac, $5.99. A little bit more, but hey, I'll pay $6 for some good queso and some good guac. It makes sense. You're sharing it. Now let's look at the modern day Chili's appetizer prices.
Don't piss me
And we're going to
off.
start with the big one. The Triple Dipper. Remember that $11.49 Triple Dipper? You're now paying $18 for a Triple Dipper.
I just saw it
Those
for
$8.99 boneless
$16.99.
wings, forget about it. $17.99 for bone-in wings,
Lord,
$14.99 for boneless wings. Forget about the wing prices. I'm not paying $18 for some wings. Look at the egg rolls, $14.79. Look at the dips, $13 for chips and dips. What are we doing? Kind of hard to see with the mozzarella sticks? Yeah, $16. So ain't nobody getting that these days. In 11 years, which I get is a decent amount of time, but still a wild jump to go from $11.49 to $18 for a Triple Dipper. And you'll wonder why people aren't getting meals. Look, I get inflation's normal. I get that prices are going to naturally go up over time. I get that. But the price of appetizers has definitely gone up a lot more than the price of everything else, except maybe like housing. It's just crazy to think that like growing up, we were paying, $5, $6, $7.
He ain't lying. Look, this is a restaurant I be going to right here called the Boulevard in New Orleans. They got like 3 locations, bro. The spinach dip, my nigga, $16. Smoked salmon, that come like with some bread and stuff. That's $17. Wood fired artichokes. That's fit for some dog. Vegetables cost you $15. Ducks, deviled eggs. That's $12 for some eggs, dog. Come on, man. I'm somebody's child, bro. I should not be subjected to these damn prices.
And if you want to get some chips and dip, like $3. But now you're paying $14, $15, $16 to get some wings and some chips and dip.
Jeez Louise,
I don't know if it'll
Papa
ever go
cheese.
back down again,
We
but
might.
it's getting kind of ridiculous out here.
Do you remember when eating fast food was like cheap? Well, as a family of 5, there's honestly nothing cheap anymore. But Portillo's, if you guys know Portillo's, it's like cheeseburgers, chicken sandwiches, chicken tenders, Italian beef, hot dogs. So fast food style food. It's not like a nice sit down restaurant. For a family of 5, for each of us to get a meal, $100.
Lord have mercy.
So $100 to go eat fast food. Is that not insane? What restaurants did you guys used to love that, was affordable, but now it's definitely not affordable? Like, I can't finish a lacrosse game and just be like, oh, let's go to Portillo's for dinner, because I don't want to spend $100 on a random weeknight on food.
Why does it feel like every restaurant is both more expensive and shittier? Like those two things are happening at the same time in the same direction simultaneously. The kids' meals cost as much as the grown-up meals used to cost, and I can't even settle for shitty fast food because Subway used to be the cheap, healthy option at every corner for $5, but it got bought by an investment group, and they switched to pre-sliced meat to cut costs, and now it's $15. So now I'm dropping the same amount of money as a sit-down restaurant and leaving hungry and sad for what used to be $20. Who approved this?
Jake,
Am I the only one who thinks going to a sit-down restaurant isn't even worth it anymore? For 2 people with tip and tax, you're spending a bare minimum $50.
Yeah.
If you get appetizers and drinks, that could easily be $80 to $100.
Thanks.
Now, we go out for food like once or twice a week, and unless it's a celebration or we're going out with friends or family, we're just getting takeout. It's Chipotle, it's Bibibop, it's Kava, right? That's it. It just makes no sense to spend $50 on a mid-tier sit-down meal when we can spend $17 and eat at home.
You spend $10 a tomato. I do a lot of work in restaurants, and I'm just leaving a client now, and the chef was telling me that tomatoes are the most expensive that they've ever been. And he was saying that a case of tomatoes, the beefsteak tomatoes, which are 5 inches by 6 inches, come 10 to 12 in a case. They're $100 per case.
White people who watch me, this y'all people fault, bro. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Not the ones who watch me, because y'all not like that. But I'm gonna call a spade, bro. A lot of white folks was voting against these immigrants who do the work that pick them tomatoes, bro. I don't know a white person or a black person that want to go pick tomatoes, dog, personally. But guess what? I saw a video not that long ago. A farmer dude who does tomatoes was talking about like, yeah, his workers are scared to come to work now. Who's gonna pick them? I'm not. The fuck? I'm telling you, I ain't really hear too many black folk talking about, yeah, deport them and all that kind of stuff. They might want them to get deported, but the most vocal, man, that was y'all folks, man. That was your granddad and your grandma, bro, and your racist uncle, man. Come on, bro. This ain't had nothing to do with me, dog. I just had to put that out there, bro. I'm gonna keep it real every time.
So $8 to $12, depending on how many tomatoes are in there per tomato. $8 to $12 per tomato.
See what I'm saying?
I remember when I first started farming, I went to the store and bought a tomato and it was like $3. I'm like, $3 for a tomato, like that's great. $10 is insane.
You used to be able to get a bag of tomatoes.
That alone, like a single tomato plant could give you 12 tomatoes easily. So, save yourself $100, $200 a year, depending on you have 1 or 2 tomato plants. Like if that alone is a reason to start growing your own food, it's crazy.
Yes, but I feel like this is happening with grocery store food too. Meats taste different. They have a different texture.
The meat tastes different?
Fruits don't taste as fruity anymore. I don't know how to explain that. A lot of stuff just is strange. And that's just in the grocery store. In restaurants, I feel like things don't taste the same because they're cutting costs. Bottom line, they're buying cheaper ingredients. They're making your food cheaper, but they're charging you more for it.
Hey, one thing that they do is this, bro. If you go to one of them sushi restaurants, a lot of times the fish that they telling you they giving you is not the fish that you're actually receiving. I seen videos about that. Like they went and tested the fish. 90+% of them came back like, this is not what it is. Straight up. So, yeah.
People will say this effect in taste is going to be because a lot of people suffered from COVID, XYZ.
Mm-hmm.
But I only had COVID once. I had it in the very, very beginning of the pandemic. And when my taste came back, everything tasted good. Everything tasted like it used to. I don't feel like this really started happening until like 2021, mid 2021, when I think all of these companies realized that the rush for goods during the pandemic was gone and they needed to recoup the costs somehow. Do I think all of these restaurants and grocery stores and everything have recouped all of their costs at this point? Yes, but they're never going back. Everything tastes like shit now because it's made with shit ingredients. Everything in the grocery store has fillers. I firmly believe that the food that we eat in the United States is just straight poison.
You want to know who feels a recession first? Restaurants. Not Wall Street, not the news, restaurants. Because the second people get nervous about money, they stop going out to eat.
And look, he ain't lying, bro. I don't know about the first who feels it, but as someone who worked in restaurants, especially when I was in college in 2008. And I started working in restaurants around 2005. So 2005 to like 2007, man, I'm rolling in, dog. You got to understand, when you like 19 years old and every time you go to work, you making $125, $150 at 19 back in 2007 and shit, bro. That's good money. And then go to 2008, man, you struggling. You trying to make $30, $40 in tips in a whole 6-7 hour shift. I remember that, dog. Boy, I'm like, shit, I need to start selling weed or something on the side. God damn. I didn't do it, though.
First it's appetizers, then desserts, then alcohol. Then suddenly people are sharing meals. And you can literally watch it happen in real time.
I saw that happen, bro.
A packed Friday night turns into, hey, why is it so slow tonight?
They sending people home
Then it
early.
becomes, why has it been slow for 3 weeks?
Yep.
People think restaurants are just food. No, restaurants are like the heartbeat of the economy.
Yep.
When people feel good, restaurants are full. When people are stressed, restaurants feel it immediately.
Exactly.
And the scary part, most restaurant owners are trying to smile through it while quietly wondering how they're going to pay everybody next week.
Yep.
Restaurant people know exactly what I'm talking about.
Amongst all the people who are hurting in this current economy that we are all experiencing are unsung heroes. The restaurants, the cafes, the sandwich shops. I think we take them all for granted, right? We all need to eat. We all go there and spend money. We bellyache sometimes about spending that money. But do you realize how difficult it is today to run a restaurant or a cafe or any kind of food establishment? In this economy, think about your expense when you're filling up one tank of gas. Think of their expense. They're buying food and liquor and beverages from all kinds of sources, and they're getting hit with surcharges, fuel surcharges. But here's the worst part. Someone I know owns a restaurant, and he told me he immediately, a couple of months ago, really started to notice. The first thing that happened, people stopped buying dessert. Yeah. And then they stopped buying appetizers.
Yep.
And then they stopped buying drinks and just getting stuff to go. So they didn't have to really tip that much either. Picture yourself on the receiving end. You own that restaurant. You are getting slammed. You are getting beat up. And yet people are counting on you to stay open so they can eat. I'm asking everybody out there to please consider the restaurant owners, the cafe owners, the sandwich shop owners, and think of what a hard time they're experiencing today in this economy. And think of how many you've witnessed closing their doors. My hat's off to all those people who serve us.
Hey, bro, but y'all gotta also keep in mind, tell the restaurants to keep us in mind too. We somebody child. Come down on them prices when times is good. You trying to be greedy, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you also gotta keep in mind that they say you want the restaurant to stay open, but the crazy part is that one day out the month, that's when you want the restaurant to be open. You going one day out the month, bro. You want them to stick around, but you only going once a month. Like, I ain't talking about like one of these big chain restaurants. I'm talking about like the mom and pop spot. Like, you think about the mom and pop spots around your neighborhood. Yeah, bro, them the ones that's really gonna struggle. If you want them to stay in business and you know they be treating you right, yeah, maybe you should go and eat there maybe once or twice. I don't know if you feel that strongly about that place staying open, that's the type of place to do it. Chili's and Applebee's and Olive Garden and all those big ass corporation type restaurants, more than likely they gonna be able to weather the storm. It's them small mom and pop places that's gonna go out of business. Shit, if you out here in New Orleans East, they got a little spot called Ito's. It's like a southern soul food, black owned type of spot. Man, I've been calling they phone left and right only to go over there one day just out of shits and giggles. They closed and they don't look like they're gonna open back up. I'm mad about that, man.
Okay, I just had to pull over to make this video because this has been weighing on my mind for probably like 4 years straight. And every time I think about making this video, I like chicken out because I'm like, okay, no, somebody else is probably gonna say it.
That was lame.
But I haven't seen anyone else make a video on this. So that's how I know that this is my video to make. And if I just change one person's opinion, that's like literally all that matters to me. Because I changed my mom's opinion, I changed a couple other people's opinions on this, and I feel better. And this just like perpetually aggravates me because I've worked in the service industry for over 10 years, okay? And I deal with this shit, and I also hear about this shit. And I also hear about people's opinions on this shit. And so I'm here to just kind of explain because I've never seen anyone else explain this. And I just get so frustrated with people complaining, why do I have to tip when you're just handing me a coffee? Why do I have to tip when I'm just at my dispensary and you're just handing me my online order? Or whatever, okay? The reason I just pulled over is because that just happened to me. I was at my dispensary and I was giving her the tip and she was like explaining that like at the end of the night, no one tips. In the morning when there's nothing in the tip jar, no one tips. And a lot of the time people don't tip. And I just want to explain this because I don't think people know this. It's not common knowledge and that's fine. I understand it's not common knowledge. So I'm here to make it a little bit more common, okay? When there's an option to tip, it means that the people who are working are making less on their salary because there's the option to tip. I understand it seems like maybe they're just handing you your coffee at Starbucks, or maybe they're just handing you your sandwich. Maybe they're just making you your sandwich at Jersey Mike's. Why should I tip? It's their job. Yes, it is their job. However, I have worked at Jersey Mike's. I've worked at Subway. I've worked at pretty much anywhere that you can tip, and also like serving in restaurants. So I understand the whole spectrum of like the tipping, like whatever. So what I'm here to say is that not only are the people at Starbucks or Jersey Mike's or wherever just making your food or making your drink, they're doing a million other things in the background. They're doing a million things. Trust me when I say we never have a second to slow down.
Hey, the problem with that argument is that there are all kind of jobs where people are doing a million different things in the background and they don't get tipped either. And I'm not sure how Jersey Mike's pay their people, but I'm pretty sure they don't pay their people like how people pay in restaurants. Like restaurants, a server usually making like $2 or $3 an hour when the minimum wage is like, at least in Louisiana, is like $7, right? So they really 100% depend on tips. But someone working at Jersey Mike's, they're probably making, $13, $14 an hour. And the tipping thing is just to show your courtesy and the, and kind-heartedness. But nah, man, people are not obligated to tip nobody nowhere, honestly, but especially not at a place like Jersey Mike's where you actually getting paid better by the hour than a restaurant waiter. Nah, bro. You gonna lose a lot of people with that argument. Real talk. And some of them, bro, we done all been to restaurants, you know, places like that. And man, nigga, you wasn't doing nothing to deserve no extra tip, man. You done lost your mind. First of all, you had an attitude. Second of all, the sandwich don't even look good. You made it like you was on some bullshit. Nah, she gonna lose a lot of people with that argument. I'm gonna keep it real with her, dog.
We're busy, we're making all the drinks or making all the subs.
That's what
when
your
we're not
job is.
busy, we're restocking, we're reslicing, whatever, we're cleaning, we're doing
The things you
dishes.
were
Like
supposed to do.
there's so many things that go into your sandwich or your drink or what have you, your fucking kava bowl. I don't know. There's so many things that go into that like giving a couple extra dollars, like you have to think about the bigger picture. Not just like what's in front of you of,
This
they're
sounds
just
like
handing me my
entitlement right
coffee.
here.
Oh, this person just rang me out. Why would I tip them? The tip is going to everyone.
Entitlement.
Normally in places like that, it's a tip poll. It's not just like, oh, this person rang up my drink, so I'm tipping them, and then another person's making my drink. It's going to everyone. So I'm just saying this with like the utmost love and the utmost like grace for everyone. Like, please just think about it a little bit more when you're like presented the option to tip. We're doing a million other things. Like, we're doing a service, like, plus more. So, I don't know. I just get frustrated when people are like, why do I have to tip? They're just handing me a drink.
They don't even consider the fact that shit, you got to spend so much money on a sandwich in the first place that you already pissed off that a sandwich is costing you $20. And then you're struggling financially as it is. But it ain't like it's going to do you any justice to try to cut back and make your own sandwich at home because the grocery stores then got expensive. Bro, everybody is struggling right now. It's just what it is, dog. Real talk, bro. But listen, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I'm gonna get at y'all on the next one. Don't forget to hype me up, man.
Hype me up. Hype me up.
It's Monday,
Hype me
and
up.
I know you got a fresh pack.